guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. So, today I want to do something I've been wanting to do for a couple weeks. In case you guys didn't know, the Ward Case Studies and I have been requesting and receiving new recent calls from Letecia Stauch and mainly with her friend, but there is one call with Aunt Brenda so far. And on this call, Brenda talks about a recent arrest and visit to the jail that she had. And I thought it would be really interesting. I requested the documents from this incident, and I want to compare what she says happened to what the police say happened. So I've linked this call in the description so you can listen to it in full, because we're going to listen to about 2 minutes together, but it's like a 20-minute call, almost 20 minutes. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Here is what Brenda had to say to Tisha.
You asked me about visitation. I told you I had an issue. I got in some trouble last year. And so last week, about 2 weeks ago, I had to turn myself in at the sheriff's office to get this stuff cleared up. And I was incarcerated for 4 hours till the magistrate showed up.
No.
So I know what, hey, baby, I know what the jail cell feels like now. So I had the jumpsuit and everything else on. So I was incarcerated for 4 hours. The magistrate showed up to set my bond, my bail, which was fine. This happened a year ago. I forgot about it. And then when I put in your application, I never did hear a reply back. So I called to find out what was going on. They said they had a warrant out for my arrest in South Carolina. And that's when I started digging and found out, yeah, they do. And I was like shocked. So I got an attorney, and she went with me to turn myself in. And we had early in the morning.
What jail did you go to?
Right here on 17 at North Myrtle Beach. Hey,
I can't even believe this is real.
I couldn't either. I cried the whole time I was in there. It was at the police department in the jail. I was like, "Are you serious?" The guy said, "Yes, ma'am. Handcuffed me, done all the work, so I know how you feel." So, baby, let me tell you this.
Oh, man.
You laugh. It's funny, but I hadn't told a lot of people about that. You know, because I'm embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. Which is fine. But the woman pushed me. No, the woman was calling me an ugly name, and she stuck her hands on me. She put her hands on me. And when she put her hands on me, that's when I pushed her away from me. And she fell across the recliner. There was a recliner behind her.
Yeah.
And she fell across the recliner. Well, she went and took out papers on me for assault. She took out papers on me. And I have been dating her husband for 3 years. And she was at his house. And I went to see him. And when I went in the house, she started cussing at me, wanting to know what I was doing there. And I said, "I come to see Tony." I mean, you know, I knew her. I knew, you know, but I didn't know she was there. I thought she had went back to Virginia. Because when she comes down, sometimes she'll go over and visit him. But I didn't know she had been there for 3 weeks. But I didn't say nothing. Yeah, I didn't say nothing to her. Hey, baby, I didn't say nothing to her because I didn't really care.
Yeah.
I really didn't care. And she called me gold digger. She said I was after his money, this and that and the other. I said, "Ma'am, I don't need his money. I got money. You're the one that needs his money." Yeah, because he gives her $1,500 a month. And then her nephew was
Oh, wait, let me play this last part.
with me when I went in the house because he walked in there with me. And he said, when he come out, he said, "You should have beat the crap out of her. The way she talked about you and ugly and all." He said, "You didn't deserve that, Brenda."
Okay. So now we've heard what Brenda has to say about this. Please excuse the loud frogs in my background. Just call it ambience. But okay, this is what the police have to say about this incident. So on June 15th of 2024, so she was not lying, you know, this was a year ago, at approximately 7:30 p.m., I responded to this street in reference to an assault. Upon my arrival, I meet with blank, who stated she was assaulted. Blank stated her ex-husband had a stroke and she came down to help him. She stated since she has been here, her ex-husband's friend / girlfriend, Miss Brenda Acquard, I don't know how to say her last name, you guys, correctly, has been coming around the home trying to see him. Blank stated she has been with then, this is a typo on their side, on different occasions. Blank stated on the day in question, she was at the home while some work was being done and her ex-husband was not there. She stated that Brenda showed up demanding to come in the house. Blank stated she told her no. Blank stated they had a verbal argument and Brenda left and then came back 20 minutes later with her nephew. Blank stated they began to argue again and she demanded to be let in the home. Blank stated she told her no, at which time Brenda pushed her very hard, knocking her over the recliner. Blank stated she flipped over the chair and hit her face on the floor. Blank stated the two painters in the home observed the incident and told her she needed to call police. Blank stated at that time, Brenda fled the scene and did not return. I then spoke to Blank, who was able to confirm what Blank stated. He stated he helped Blank back up and told her to call police, but she waited until her daughter arrived at the home. Blank did not sustain any injuries. Case will be presented for warrant consideration. Now, did the nephew tell her, like, is this the nephew who picked up this woman or what? Because I don't know. Something ain't adding up here. But let me just go ahead and show you her mugshot. I mean, I will say Brenda is, she looks nice there. Especially for her age. I think that she's a pretty woman. Okay, so I have to end it with this, you guys. How can I not? Just one sec. Okay, so I was absolutely shocked and I thought it was pretty funny. This little incident, it's not a big deal. You know, it's really not. And I would have never requested the report if she didn't talk about it on the call. So I felt like, you know, I think that it was okay to do that. But I have to end with this, you guys. If you know, you know. If you don't, you have to go listen to these calls. This happened not long after her trial. So all the way leading up to trial, Letecia was telling her family that she was starving. They weren't feeding her. She had lost all this weight. I mean, I can fit my hands around my wrists, all this stuff. And this is after Brenda saw her on TV because of the trial. This is what she had to say.
Told me.
What?
He said, that girl ain't going licensed for food. He said, when I seen her on television, she gained so much weight, I didn't even...
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I actually haven't gained weight. That's why I don't understand why people think that.
You were big. I'm serious. You look big.
I only weighed 140 something.
Well, you look humongous. But anyway, darling, I know it's time for us to go. I'll holler at you later. I love you.
All right, love you too. Bye.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I think that Aunt Brenda is just a peach. I know that she's said some things in the past that I didn't agree with. But, you know, I've got to say, I've seen her do nothing but stand there and try to help Letecia, which is her family, right? And cry because of what Letecia was telling her regarding jail conditions and stuff. And I don't know. I find her hilarious, and that clip is one of my all-time favorites. But okay, you guys, I just wanted to put this together. I can't wait to see what you think about this situation. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know if if you are surprised and as tickled as I was when I first saw this. Have a good night. Bye.